I got injured in 2011 after 30 operations. My mental state wasn't in a very good place. So I was in the military for 15 years. Golf sort of replaced that. Like, I'm not going to let the past ruin my future.
Picking up a club to being a professional.
I got my first handicap in June 2014.
So Mike Browne
off 28, and then
that's a nice roll. Looks good.
in September 2016. Doing pro off +2.
2 years. Mike, welcome to the OuttBoundz show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're here, special location. We're here at the Belfry, British Masters. We've been catching up just briefly in the bar, and we briefly met, haven't we?
Yeah, we played a few weeks ago. Yeah, so that was good.
Traditional golf and stuff like that. So it's good to catch up then. But I haven't really heard the full story, and I know Jay.
Yeah, I'm always intrigued by everyone's story because I think that's important, and the way it shapes you as a golfer and as a person.
Definitely, like, yeah, I've got a pretty crazy story of
full-time golfer. Are you pro?
I'm a full-time golfer now. Yeah, so I've just finished at the British Masters on the G4D. So that was we had a good round today. Had a very colourful scorecard, lots of birdies and
a few
lots of other colours as well. So it was pretty cool. But overall, great experience. This is like a home one for me, so it's pretty cool. I really wanted this one, and it just didn't happen this year. So yeah, but yeah, like the story of my golf. So I was in the military for 15 years serving, and then I got injured in 2011, broke my leg and got an infection, and then ended up 2 years later after 30 operations. I had 30 operations altogether. The last one was number 30 to remove my leg below the knee. So yeah, so I'm a through knee amputee. People, when I wear trousers, and they can't tell.
No shorts today.
No. Well, I had shorts on this morning, and I got outside and I was like, I'm going to change.
He says the weather's cold up
here. It's freezing up here. I came out this morning in London. It was like nice and sunny. I come up here and it's freezing.
Yeah,
I tell you the wrong forecast.
I know. Yeah.
I always tell him it's sunny and hot, and then he comes in shorts.
Oh, it's crazy.
Gamesmanship, that, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
that's so basically, I took up golf in 2014. I didn't have no incline of doing anything in the golf world. I took it up for rehabilitation for when I lost my leg. I took it up basically because I didn't leave the house. I became a sort of recluse, and my mental state wasn't in a very good place. And I was in a recovery centre. I think I still had my leg at this time, so I was in a recovery centre after another operation, and I seen a poster for the On-Course Foundation, which helps injured servicemen and women rehabilitate through golf. So I thought, do you know what? I'll go give it a go. Fast forward 2 years after that, I took up golf, and then
So how long was you playing for before you thought, I'm quite good at this? Because I know it wasn't too long.
No, so don't get me wrong, I was absolutely useless when I first started. I couldn't hit a ball. I was like air shots, everything. But then I remember I hit one shot.
That's what it takes, doesn't it?
It went like 30 yards, something like that. But I was like, I felt something, and I was like, a bit of my competitive juices started flowing again, and I was like, because I was a motocross rider before, so I was always been a sportsman, and all that had gone. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna take up golf, and like originally I didn't take it up to play golf. I took it up
to rehab,
to rehab, meet people.
And just to go back, that was 20.
So I took up golf in 2014. Yeah.
Okay. And when was the operation?
So I had my leg amputated in 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
So it was a year after that.
So a year after, I pretty much I took up golf. So I went through rehab.
10 years though, that's a phenomenal tournament. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But,
I mean, my goal is to get on the seniors tour in 10 years.
Right.
So you got from 2014 started playing golf.
Yeah.
You got down to.
So I got my first handicap in June 2014.
So that year.
And then off 28, and then in September 2016 I turned pro off +2.
2 years.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. How much was you practicing then?
Every day.
Oh, all day, every day.
So this is how I used it as rehab. So obviously I wasn't working. I was being medical discharged out of the military at this particular time. So I just used it as a routine, like we were talking about just now. A routine of being in the military. I was getting up, going to the gym, doing my daily routine, going through jobs, etc. And all that had gone. So golf sort of replaced that. So I was still getting up, going to the gym in the morning, and instead of going to work, I was going to the driving range, just bashing balls, and I just bashed balls. I got addicted to it like massively. And I just fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the ethos of the game and everything about it, the people in it. As in everyone, there's some great people, not so great people.
I mean, I always say, like, I've stepped into this, golf world as an amateur, and I just find everyone in golf so friendly. And in my industry, which was obviously football, it was the opposite. There was stuffy people. There was people that didn't really want to, invite you certain places because you didn't fit, in certain rooms and
I've
whatnot.
got a question for you as well, right? So, leaving the military, you're in a team.
Yeah.
How did you ever have any like mental health sort of when you left football?
No,
because it's the same sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So
I was speaking to you about this actually. I think, that is different, really. I think certain players will have that problem because they might have to finish prematurely through injury, or
something out of their control.
they might not be able to find a club, and then it's difficult. But I think for me personally, because I finished on my own terms, I was offered a new contract while I was playing in Japan, and I decided to retire because I wanted to spend more time with my family. So for me, it was okay. But there's lots of players. I mean, there's players that I know that had mental health issues that I didn't know nothing about. I played with them. I didn't know nothing about it, but they hid it so well.
So that's what golf did for me. Like, I wasn't in a good place. Like, just before I took up golf, like I was on 52 tablets a day, and I wasn't in a good space, and like I'm obviously not proud of it. It was a lot of drugs, but I tried to take my life. And like it was one of them situations where I sat on the bed for 3 days and I was just crying my eyes out, and I didn't know why. And that's literally when golf came along.
I think it filled that void.
It filled,
and
like
because of your accident and
there was loads of things. Like, so my sports were done, my job was done, everything in my life was just spiraling out of control just through one thing.
But I think one thing that golf does give you that maybe other sports don't give you, especially on the pitch, is social. So you can go to the range, have a chat with someone. You can, even on your practice rounds, even when you're competing, you can have a chat with someone. It's like relaxing, but
it's
also
a very social, unsociable sport.
Exactly. I completely understand that.
It's like it's that addicting, and you want to do more and more. Your mind doesn't think about when you're here playing golf today. I bet the only thing you've thought about is one, the yardage down's just given you, and two, the golf course in front of you. So you're not thinking about other stuff that's going on in the world. You're just engrossed in that.
But is it on the golf course? Is there any, when you walk up to every shot, is there anything where you feel like this is going to be tough because with my leg, and is there anything like that at all?
No. I try and be like everyone else. I play golf as the best I can. If I'm in a situation, then I've only got myself into it. I've got to get myself out of it. So there are different shots that I struggle with, i.e. like uphills and downhills, etc. Which you've seen a few of them the other week. But luckily, I've had some great people around me to sort of guide me and try this, try that, and we've got to a stage now where I'm quite comfortable with everything.
So it must be crazy, like balancing and doing like obviously pressure and stuff, and how you use the ground. Like even if the smallest tweaks of that is out, that must affect your
massily. So believe it or not, if I put my leg on like a little bit skew width, it changes my shot shape. So if I've got a left a drawer's course, I'll just tweak it over. But no, but it does. It actually affects the way I get through the ball.
How do you feel that, if someone kind of made an excuse for you, like how would you feel that if someone said, well, you've only got one leg? What would you say to that person?
That's just the way it is. Deal with it. That's like. Do you mean personally to me, or just to anyone?
No, to you.
I just
did that get you down at any point, or did it
not at all
drive you even more?
Drove me more, So if someone told me I can't do something, I'll prove to them I'll do it. I think that's what I think they call it stubbornness. But that's it. If someone told me I can't do something, then I'll prove them wrong.
So what's your best experience so far in golf, would you say?
I've been so lucky. I mean, I've met so many amazing people and been to so many amazing places, but I play in a thing called the Simpson Cup, which is injured veterans Ryder Cup style. So we play against America every year. So I've been to some amazing places. Last year was at Bolter's Roll in New York.
Wow.
We won that, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was nice there.
How'd you play there?
Yeah, really good. I think I shot 5 under in my match, and
Wow.
I finished it on, I think, 15th hole, something like that. So that was a good result.
Perfect, isn't it? When you're walking out, it's perfect.
We played good last year, but pretty much playing like on the DP stuff, it's been amazing. Like I got to play Wentworth last year, the DP Rolex final in Dubai, the Australian Open, and then I got to play a thing called the Cathedral Invitational, which Paul McLean from Bushnell sorted out, and it's just I know I've got one leg, but I wouldn't change my life for a bit. It's mad. Like I've been,
but those difficult times obviously molded your brain in a different way. Where now it's made you mentally strong, and now you know how to deal with a lot of adversity, maybe on and off the course, and obviously it gives you that, I think, edge, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's times out there when my brain still disappears. I think it happened a day a few times, but yeah, like mentally, I'm prepped in myself now to learn how to deal with things that do affect me in that way. So yeah, it's all we're trending in the right direction in that way as well. So
I think it's amazing, like actually watching people with disabilities, especially in golf, actually how it works, like how they get the job done, and how they make contact. Like playing golf with you a few weeks ago, that was cool, just to see how you actually make your swing work for you. Like we played in LA with, what's his name now? Just Peloton stuff with one arm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I played it. He was in my 4-ball.
Really?
Played with him, and he just said, "Jay, have a go."
Yeah, honestly, like, do you know what? I was standing on the first tee, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, like, how's he going to do this? How's he going to do it? And he stood up to the ball, really good posture, and I'm thinking this could go anywhere. And he went like that, bang, and hit it.
Did he play
straight down the
forehand?
Yeah, like that with and I straight down the fairway, and I was like, wow, and it went far as well. I was like, wow. And then as the round went on, for me, I like to ask questions, as I think we all know, but I had to ask him. I asked him about his accident. It was, he lost it in a boat accident. And he said to me, like, my mum was my rock. And basically she gave me the confidence and the push that I needed to just kind of forget about it and just move on.
That's the thing, like it's happened, you can't change it. So like when I was sort of going for everything and I wasn't in a good place, but then when I got into a good place, like I had a little saying is like, I'm not going to let the past ruin my future, and that's pretty much the ethos I still take now, and it's like that works for me. So if anything gets me down, I just look at where I was 10 years ago, lying in a hospital bed after my heart stopped 3 times, and it was like I've just played the British Masters.
But I tried to hit the ball like he does. I almost pulled my arm out my socket.
Really?
Like, honestly, I went like that, and I was like, Jesus.
So I'll tell you a story. So when you were stood behind him and you think this could go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I was stood on a tee box, waiting to go out. I was having a practice round somewhere, and there was this, like, the old golfers, just the old stick in the mud, and they were like, they obviously didn't know that I played or anything. I had shorts on, and they went and told, this was pretty much just after I turned pro, so I wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And they went in and said that I was going to hold them up because I had one leg. And then so literally the dude come out and he said, "Would you mind?" Because they were members. And I was like, "Yeah, crack on." And
they were holding you.
And so basically, I got not funny, but I smacked the ball over their head because they said, because basically I think they thought I was going to hit it 100 yards, 100 yards, 100 yards. So they were like nearly 300, and I literally drove to the green. And they all just like tweeted, and I was like, "Sorry,
come through."
And that was like, that's my point proven. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
I actually just think watching, like, we always speak about making golf more exciting, and he always says he's gonna fall asleep if he turns the golf on.
No. I said, compared to other sports, I'm saying when you watch like football or basketball or anything like that,
it's just
you
boom,
put
boom,
it on
boom, boom.
and you're engrossed in it. You want to see what happens at the end. But with golf, you put it on and it's like, it makes you, for me, it could put me to sleep.
Yeah.
You know,
like I like watching. For example, I don't, was it Televoid this week?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it's
so that I tune in to watch because I like seeing how all swings and mechanics and all that works. But
it's amazing how. So there's a bloke, Chris Biggins. He's from America. He's not here this week. He's got cerebral palsy, and like if you've seen him swing, it's very unorthodox. But what a swing! You know, he smokes it, and it's just amazing. Like watching other people how they just get the job done with no matter what's wrong with them. You know, it fascinates me.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
How do you think, in your opinion, like golf could be a little bit more exciting and cater for the masses, even if someone's watching it, or whether that's
even like youngsters that maybe have disabilities as well?
Yeah. That's a hard question.
There is no answer.
There's no answer to that.
There is certainly ways.
Yeah.
People have different opinions on it. Like
I mean,
it should be like.
There's always going to be an opinion from everyone that's going to be different, right? But I don't know. There's a lot more. Like obviously, you do a lot of different content, and you know that's exciting. That's the side of golf that I think is exciting. Is not necessarily watching the DP World or the PGA Tour playing, but other stuff that's golf driven, but just like you boys do. You go out, have a laugh, go on the course, and just have games and stuff like that. And I think that's the way you can get more people into golf is doing seeing that side of golf.
But as well for you, like for the youngsters that do have disabilities, they will look at you as inspiration. Like for me, I've got epilepsy, for example, and I played with it my whole career, and I only really started talking about it, you know, probably about the last 6-7 years of my career. But the people that do know I have epilepsy, they contact me on the socials, and you know, sometimes they write into my club when I was playing and say, you know, can you speak to my son or daughter? You know, how do you do it? You know, and it's amazing. Like, you know, without knowing, I've inspired people. You know, so I mean, I guess you know,
that's
with
the best
you,
way to inspire people.
Exactly, by doing it. Yeah,
just doing what you do and like proving that it can be done. I think that's a big thing, especially nowadays. I mean, there's things out there that try and hinder you no matter what's going on in your life, but if you can overcome them hindrances, you know, like physical, mental, or whatever barriers, you can flourish.
You're
gonna flourish.
But sure. I think you'll agree. I think when you have those adversities in your life, I think it's your support system. That is really important as well.
Definitely. I'm very, very lucky. I've got an amazing team around me. From from the sponsors, Bushnell, etc., etc., etc. And I don't think I'd be here without them because of their support. And it's that feeling of like they see something in me, and it gives me that pleasure to think, you know, I want to do them proud. So that's what my drive is now.
That's amazing. Honestly, it's a great story.
Cool, man.
We're not a pitch, so we haven't got a challenge set up for you today.
But
what we'll do, we're gonna have to get around the golf.
100%.
That can be our challenge.
I'd love that. I'd love that.
I've seen him play, so
he falls under pressure now. That's the problem.